So today is a project I've been putting bits and pieces together with to do for the last week or two. This is Operation Change the Clutch. Now, why am I changing the clutch on the Zoomer? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, I mean, the clutch I have in it is the original clutch. It's done 14,000 miles. It's a 2007 bike. Now, the clutch seems okay, but the bell, the outside metal of the bell is starting to separate from the inside metal of the bell. I'll show you what I mean on the new one just now. So I was looking to replace the clutch bell anyway because I think it just needs replaced, frankly. And it's also, I'm having to sand it up quite a bit just to keep it gripping properly and stop the clutch slipping. So while I was looking into replacing the clutch bell, I started to read up a bit more about the clutch on the Zoomer. Now, seems to be a split in opinion on the clutch on the Zoomer. Some people say it's great, leave it alone, you're not going to improve it. Other people say you can improve it. You know, it's actually one of the weak points on the bike. Now, originally I thought of putting in a Dr. Pulley clutch, purpose-built clutch, but they are very expensive. We're talking 230 odd quid, which for a clutch is, and it's actually just the padded area of the clutch, it's not the whole body, is way too much. I'm not interested in spending that to maybe gain or maybe not gain, you know, the odd extra mile or two here or there. But what I came across from an American Ruckus Facebook page was replacing the stock clutch with a GY6 clutch. Now, a GY6 is a sort of generic Chinese make of clutches and engines, indeed, that people upgrade their Zoomers with. The people who want to put 150cc engines in a Honda Zoomer or Ruckus do so by getting rid of the Honda engine and putting in a GY6 engine. It's a cheap way of doing it. They're not expensive engines. They're pretty reliable. They're everywhere basically. So the clutch is a GY6 clutch, and here it is. Now, the question is probably, if you don't know much about the Zoomer, you may be asking is, why can't I just replace this bit on the stock clutch? Well, you can't. The Honda stock clutch in the Zoomer, you cannot upgrade. You have to take the whole thing out. It's not possible to add bits to it. It's just the way it's designed in here. Apparently it's designed almost like a snowmobile system, and you can't just put on new clutch parts from different manufacturers. That won't work. So basically the whole Zoomer clutch has to go. So you have to buy a new one. Now, this is a GY6 clutch, brand new, off eBay. Total cost, refer to my notes, £36 delivered. Now, that's pretty good. New pads, seems solid bit of kit. GY6 clutch. So this is going in. Next up is the clutch bell. Now, this is a Malossi clutch bell, which again I got on eBay. Now, just to show you what's happening with mine, I don't know if you can see it too clearly, but these metal rims, this metal outer rim here on mine is separating in places from the main body of it. Now, that probably isn't going to do anything, but you know, might as well change it. Also, if I run my hand over my clutch, this is very bumpy here. It's like lumps. It's uneven, which this of course is perfectly smooth. So I think, you know, it's probably time to replace the bell, regardless of whether I was going to replace the rest of the clutch or not. Now, this came, as did the clutch, from a company called Euro Scooter Parts, who are on eBay. Good stuff, no problem, good service. Only thing I would mention is, if you search for Honda Zoomer clutch, this will come up, and it's £34. But if you look at their other items, clutches for other bikes, clutch bells all for other bikes, also come up, and they're £28, and they're exactly the same. This was actually listed, I think, as a Gilera or some sort of generic, it's a Gilera or a Peugeot, something like that, for a clutch bell. It's exactly the same as the one that was listed for a Honda Zoomer, exactly the same, and it was, you know, about £6 less. So it's just something to bear in mind if you're searching Honda Zoomer. Have a look to see if there's anything that will do that is the same thing but might be getting called something else. So anyway, we have a Malossi clutch bell, which is going to fit over the clutch like so. The difference with the GY6 clutch as well is it has 3 pads. The Honda OEM one in the Ruckus, in the Zoomer rather, I'm going American there, in the Zoomer only has 2 pads. So, you know, it might make a difference, it might not, who knows. Now, there's one other thing you have to do. You can't just take off the Honda clutch, put the GY6 in, and away you go. That won't work. And the reason it won't work is because the GY6 clutch won't fit into the crankcase properly. It's gonna rub the back of it. So what you need is the magic spacer. This little spacer here from Steady Garage in America. Couldn't find one here for love nor money. This is what they call the magic spacer. This is what you put on first, then you put the clutch on, then you put the bell on, and this will just take the clutch out enough to stop it rubbing the inside of the clutch casing. Now this was $6 to buy from America. Postage was about $18, so you know, it's quite an expensive little washer thing. However, should anyone here have the tools or the wherewithal to make it themselves and want to save themselves a bit of money, what I have got are the rough dimensions of this little thing. So, the diameter from edge to edge is 16 millimeters. The internal diameter is 12 millimeters. And the thickness, the width is 4 millimeters. So just to go over that again, the total diameter 16 millimeters, the internal diameter 12 millimeters, and the width 4 millimeters. So if you've got the wherewithal to make your own and you want to save yourself a few pounds, those are the diameters that you need for that. I couldn't find these for sale anywhere in America, anywhere in the UK. There were a couple of places in America you can buy them. It's called the Magic Chimera, is that how you pronounce it? Ring from the Steady Garage. They were the best because they did me a deal on the postage, seeing as it was only basically a washer and it was coming from America, so it wasn't as expensive as it could have been, which was fine. Anyway, we've got it now. And the good thing is always about putting stuff into the zoomers, if it doesn't fit and it doesn't work, and the people that say use the stock clutch, it's fine, they are right, then all I do is sell these bits and pieces on and you get most of your money back anyway. But I'm one of these people who likes to try things. So if half the people are saying, yeah, get rid of the clutch, it's no good, put this in, and other people are saying, no, actually the clutch is fine, well, try it yourself. You've nothing to lose. It's all relatively inexpensive stuff and you can sell it on if it doesn't work and put the old system back again. So we're going to take it down now. We're going to take the Honda clutch off. We're going to make sure this GY6 clutch fits with the washer and put the new bell on. And then we're going to run it and see if it operates okay, because I don't know if it's going to work. And then once we're out and about next, we can test to see if it improves the speed, if it doesn't improve the speed, or if it makes no blind difference at all. So that will be a later report, because frankly it's blowing a gale outside today and I ain't going on any test runs today. So next job is to head down to the bike bay where the bike is kept and start work. So I'll see you down there. Okay, so with the wind howling outside, we're going to have to work inside. The light's not great, although I have finally got myself a little portable light, just so I can see what I'm doing. And you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So first of all, obviously, we need to take off the crankcase. Now to do this I just use a normal drill. I don't use the impact driver because I think it's just a bit too aggressive. It's a normal drill to take out the various light a bit bright. Angle it down a little bit. Right. Okay, there, there. You find it if you missed one or not. Have I missed one? There we go. So, crankcase off. So we're going to take the clutch bolt off. And for that, we will need the impact driver. On. Okay, so bright like that, isn't it? So we're just going to put it on, hold the brake, and off it comes, nice and easy. We'll take off the variator out of the bolt as well. That's a bigger one, isn't it? Yep. Just to make the belt a bit easier to come off and on. And off that comes, nice and easy, along with your washer and kickstart. Squeeze that off there. And that's that. So, trying to make sure that. So that's the old clutch belt, and I don't know if you can see clearly, but the metal is separating, as I said, around the edge here. I don't know if you can see it clearly. And also this is really bumpy. So I just think you can actually see that on the light there. So that's separating there, quite bumpy. So that's, I think, past its best. So this is your stock Honda Zoomer clutch, which unfortunately you can't do much with. So in its place, we have the GY6 clutch. Now, just out of curiosity, yeah, you see, if you put that straight on, you can hear it. Scrapes on the back, which is what you need. If I can find it, the magic washer for, which is now in the box here. Don't lose the magic washer. I don't have to get another one. There we go. So the magic washer goes on to there. Clutch goes in, and now turning freely. Fantastic, that's what we want. So the Malussi clutch bell will go onto here, and simple enough, you've got a new clutch on. But the whole key to it is that little washer. If you don't have the washer, you can't do it. So let's put that back on, like so. Belt, make sure this is on the right way, yes. Make sure I don't put the old clutch back on by mistake. Now, as I say, you know, this may make a difference, it may not. If it doesn't, well, you know, we will just make sure you get the clutch over the variator. So I'm going to have to lift this up a bit. Just make a bit more room. Get the belt on over it. Which is not easy with two hands. Belt in there. Feels a bit better. Belt inside. Washer on. Clutch on now. We're going to get that over the variator bit. Yes, I am. A little bit more. That's it. Okay. Sure. Right. Actually, you know what? I think this might have moved, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to take those out. And out they all come. So let's just put these back and make quite sure. This was all cleaned out on the last video I did, which some of you may have seen. So I'll just put the, now I'm just thinking, take this out. Now, what I'm going to have to do is go back up and weigh these, because these are a mix of different weights, and now they've fallen out. I don't know which weight is which. So I'm going to pause for a minute, take these back up, weigh them, make sure they go in evenly spaced, because you don't want one weight one side, another weight another. That's not a good idea. So we'll take these back up, weigh them, set the variator back up again, and then we'll come down and finish putting it back together. Okay, sorry about that brief interruption. Obviously when these all came out, I didn't know which were the light ones and which were the heavier ones. So I've marked them up, and as you can see, a wee dot on each separates them. So you put them in, you know, one after the other, heavy light, heavy light, heavy light. So that's that. Let's pop the top of this variator thing back on. And that's it all locked away in there. So this goes on now. Make sure you hold it to the back or it'll all fall out again, which when you've got big fingers like me isn't always easy, but I think that's it. Seems alright. Okay, we need the boss, which of course I should have put on before putting it in, shouldn't I? That's that. And then we'll put on the clutch, put the spacer in. New clutch on. Okay, that's it. That over there. Make sure it's all nice and secure. Up. This bit goes on now. You've got to make sure this is on properly, and we don't want to do anything nasty to the spines. Make sure you can see the spines coming through. That is perfect. Kickstart washer. Shows that on perfectly. Come on, off you come. I had it right the first time. See, when you've got big hands and you bite your fingernails, ain't nothing here. And the washer. And then the bolt. Now, as always, hand tighten this. Don't just batter it on with the impact driver, because that's a recipe for disaster. The clutch, we have the new Molossi bell, which is going on there. It's all turning nicely. And again, the bolt. Tighten by hand, get nice and tight, make sure this is all turning nicely, which it seems to be, and then once you're sure, impact driver, it helps if you put the right side on, of course. Right, impact driver. That one, and the same for the variator. I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit by hand. I don't want to mess this up at all. I'll try and find a where is it? Is it that one? It is that one. Excellent. Sure that's on right, but no, I don't think that's on right. When you get this right, you don't want cock-ups. Make sure that belt is right back. That's back, that's back. Watch these spine, you don't want to force anything here, it's got to slide nicely down there. If it doesn't, it ain't right. That. Kickstart washer. Washer there. Try again.
isn't it? Where's it got the other one? That's it. You can tell enough of the screws coming through there, but you know. So that is on. That is the new bell. Now whether it's going to make any difference, who knows? Who knows? We won't know until we've been out for a run. I could just as quickly start this up just now and make sure it's held together. That shouldn't really indoors. Sounded alright to me. I'll check the video later because I was on the other side, didn't see it, but hopefully that's alright. I might just pop it outside for a quick spin so I can have a proper look. And that's it. New clutch fitted. Put the cover back on and we should be good to go. Thank you. Okay, thanks for watching. If it makes a difference, we'll keep it on. If not, well, we can always stick the old one back again. Thanks for watching.